Hi again. If you've ever walked out of the room after yelling at your child and felt like your heart shattered. If you've ever cried alone in the kitchen because you swore today would be different, but it wasn't. This video is for you. Today, we're talking about something so many of us carry quietly. The guilt that lingers after a meltdown. For me, it used to hit hardest at night, when the house was finally quiet, when my child was asleep, cheeks still tear-streaked from the bedtime battle we just had. I'd sit there thinking, why did I yell like that? What's wrong with me? I love my child so deeply. But some days, that love doesn't show up the way I want it to. Some days, it shows up messy, frustrated, loud. And after those moments, comes the shame. Here's what I wish someone had told me. When you're reparenting a child with ADHD, especially one who is hyperactive or emotionally intense, you're not just managing their nervous system. You're trying to hold up your own at the same time. Every impulsive shout, every ignored instruction, every emotional storm they throw at you, it chips away at your patience, until one day, you snap. And the guilt afterward, that's not because you're a bad parent. It's because you care. Let's pause and say this clearly. Guilt is a signal. It's not a verdict. It means your values showed up after your volume did. It means you want to do better. Not that you're broken, but guilt that turns into shame. That says I'm a bad parent. That's where it gets heavy. Because shame doesn't change behavior. It freezes us. It silences us. It isolates us. So what do we do with that post-meltdown guilt? We meet it with self-compassion. Let me share a few things that helped me begin healing after those hard parenting moments. 1. Repair. Out loud, even if your child is young, apologize. Say, I'm really sorry. I yelled earlier. I was overwhelmed. You didn't deserve that. Kids learn that grown-ups make mistakes, and also that grown-ups can make things right. 2. Write a self-forgiveness note. But after one particularly hard day, I wrote, you were tired, you snapped, you're a human, and you're trying. Tomorrow, you'll try again. It sounds simple, but it lifted something off my chest. 3. Reflect. Don't ruminate instead of spiraling into I'm the worst. I started asking, what was going on in that moment? Was I hungry? Tired? Overstimulated? I began tracking my own emotional patterns and preparing better. 4. Create a reset ritual after a meltdown. We both get space. Then we light a candle, or cuddle in a blanket fort, or draw together. It's our way of saying, that was hard, but we're still safe here. 5. Say one kind thing to yourself. Just one. I kept showing up. Or, I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. Every kind word you give yourself softens that guilt and lets healing in. I want to be clear. This isn't a story about I used to yell, but now I don't. This is a story about how I'm learning to repair faster, yell less, and forgive myself sooner. There are still days I raise my voice. There are still nights I lie in bed, wondering if I'm doing it all wrong. But here's the truth I keep coming back to. Every time I choose connection over punishment, every time I take a breath before reacting, every time I return to my child with softness, I'm rewriting both of our stories, and you are too. If you've yelled, if you've slammed doors, if you've hidden in the bathroom to cry, you're not alone. You are a good parent in a really hard situation. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep returning to the connection. And remember, your child isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for your presence. So here's what I'd love. Tell me, how do you feel after a meltdown? Have you found anything that helps you reset? Your story might help another parent breathe a little easier tonight. This is Busy Brain's companion. A place where guilt turns into growth, where shame meets softness, where we're learning to forgive ourselves. One hard moment at a time. You're not alone anymore. And you're doing better than you think. See you in the next video.